Hi guys, this is Sadek from Droidwin.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to customize your OnePlus phone using the Oxygen Customizer app. So this is an open source app which allows you to customize the likes of status bar, QS settings, navigation bar, volume buttons, launchers, the lock screen wherein you could change the lock screen clock style, the fingerprint tweaks, sound and other miscellaneous tweaks including the advanced reboot option. So with that said, please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. Do keep in mind that as of now, this module is only supported on Android 14, that is Oxygen OS 14 and higher version. It will not work on Android 13 or Oxygen OS 13. So with that in mind, let's get started. First and foremost, you will have to root your phone via Magisk, Kernel SU or Apache. Any one of these three will do. As of now, I have obtained root via Magisk and let me show you. Just a minute. So this is the root via Magisk Canary build. You could root via Magisk Stable, Beta or Canary, that does not matter. Or you may also use the Kernel SU or Apache. Anyone will do. Once that is done, you will now have to install the LSPOS framework. So let's get that job done as well. I have made a separate video on the same. Still, I'll show you once again how to install it. So if you're using the Android 15 build, then you will have to use the fork of the official Xpos. On the other hand, if you're on Android 13 or 14, then you could use the official LSPOS as well. So as of now, we are using the Android 14 build, so we can use the official LSPOS. But if you're on Android 15, then you have to use the fork version. As you can see, this is the fork of the official version, and this fork runs on Android 15 as well, whereas the official version has been archived and it only works till Android 14. So with that said, your first course of action is to enable the Zydisk on your Magisk app. So launch the Magisk app, tap on the settings icon and enable the toggle next to Zydisk. It will ask you to do a restart. We will do a restart later on. And once you have enabled Zydisk, you will now have to get hold of the LSPOS framework for Android 15 and higher version. Get hold of it from the fork version, and for Android 14, you may download from in the official link as well. This is the official, and as you could see, it has been archived, but it will work till Android 14. Make sure to download the Zydisk version, whether you are using the Android 14 or 15 build. It should be the Zydisk version only. So we have got the Zydisk version of the zip file of the module. Once you have got the module, go to the modules section of Magisk, tap on install from storage, and now you have to choose the LSPOS zip file, then tap on OK, and it will now be flashed onto your phone. Once the flashing is done, tap on reboot, and with this the LSPOS has been flashed. But as of now, the LSPOS has only been flashed in the backend. In the front end, you will need to install an APK file as well. The APK file is there inside the LSPOS zip file only. So you just have to extract the LSPOS zip file and you will get the APK file. You can either extract it onto your PC or directly onto your phone. For example, let me show you. This is the LSPOS app, and over inside that zip file, you will get a manager.apk file. You simply have to install this APK file, and with this, the LSPOS will be installed onto your phone as well in the front end. So let's do that as well. I already have the APK file, so let me install it onto my phone. I've already done the extraction. If you haven't done so, then you may simply extract the zip file. Let me show you. Go to the archive section of your file manager, go to LSPOS, and you may extract it. And upon extraction, simply install the manager.apk file, and with this you will get the LSPOS. So let me show you the LSPOS app. Launch it and now tap on OK, and as you could see, it's now activated and running in Zydisk. Also launch the Magisk app once and make sure that it's showing as yes next to Zydisk. So with this, we have got the LSPOS app on our phone. Next up, you could now install the Oxygen Customizer APK file on your phone. It's an open source app. You may get the app from GitHub. So download the app and then install it. So let me install the app as well. So it should be somewhat here. This is the app. Simply open it, install it, and once installed, you will get a notification. Don't launch the app from here, just tap on done. You will have to now open the notification or simply open the LSPOS app. So go to the LSPOS app, go to the module, select this Oxygen module and enable the toggle next to the module. Once that is done, you will now have to restart your phone once again. This restart is compulsory. So let's do a restart, and upon a restart, the module will be activated, and then we could move ahead and customize all the elements of our phone. So let's just wait for a few more seconds, and after this we could then start off with the customization process. Our phone should now boot to the OS, and after that we will then get started with the process. So in some cases the phone boot up might take up a little bit longer. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. It's just because we have flashed a module, so it could take a few seconds extra to optimize the module. And with this we are now inside the OS. So now you may launch the app, and the name of the app is Oxygen Customizer. Launch it. You will get a Magisk prompt. If you are using it for the first time, you will get a Magisk prompt. So just tap on grant, and it has now got the request. If you are not getting any prompt, then simply launch the Magisk app from here. Then go to super user and enable the toggle next to Oxygen app from here, and this will also get the job done. So with that said, let me bring the app to the home screen. Now let's launch the app, and as you could see, the status bar, QS header, navigation bar, buttons, launcher, lock screen, sound, miscellaneous, you have all these tweaks. Then apart from that, you could update the app from here as well if you want, but as of now we are already on the latest build, as you could see, 1.1.0, and it's the latest build. Then you have the packages. These are the packages which are being implemented with respect to this module. And apart from that, there are a few miscellaneous app settings as well. You may export all these settings, import these settings as well from any other phone. Check for the updates. Anyways, as of now, let's keep our focus on the customization. First off, we have the status bar. So you may change the clock style to left, right, and center. As you can see, it's now in the center. You may change the clock font style as well. Let's keep it 16, and it has increased. Let's get back to the default value. Then you may show or hide the clock if the launcher is visible. Auto hide the clock at regular intervals. Clock sound as well. You could display the clock seconds next to the clock in status bar. As you could see, we are getting the seconds as well. Then you could show or hide the AM and PM style as well. And currently the PM is overlapping with the notification. So let me do one thing. Let me change the clock style back to the left of the screen, and you could now see the PM as well. Then you could show or hide the date as well if you want, and the day is visible. Then you may change the date format from here, and you may add a background chip to the time. As you could see, well, it does not look quite nice. Let's do it outlined, and you may change the color as well. Let's enable rounded corners and use accent colors. Let's choose a different color. Let's go with the red color, and let me have a look how it looks. So you may enable filled as, and let's have a look. So you may change the color from here if you want, and change the radius of the circle as well, and increase or decrease the width of this. And let me go with any other color, and let's have a look. This is much better. And apart from that, next up we have so we are done with the clock. Then we have the status bar options. In the status bar, you could use app icon for notifications as well. Notification preferences, you may remove the developer mode notification. Whenever you enable developer option, you will get a notification. You may turn it off. You may also turn off the flashlight notification or remove the low battery notification as well. This is quite important, so do not enable it. Apart from that, we have the double tap to sleep. So let me have a look. So it's working well and good. Then apart from that, we have the battery bar settings. Enable battery bar, and let me have a look. Where is at the bottom of the status bar? So the battery bar should be visible somewhat here itself. Make it colorful, and as you could see, currently is white in color. It's just above. Let me see if we have the option to change the color. So as of now, my phone is, the critical level is red in color and warning level is yellow, but my phone is currently being charged. So as you could see, the color is now being shown here. As of now, it's green in color. So anything above 50 will be green, and then yellow, and finally when there's low battery, it will show red in color. Then you could indicate the charging as well. My phone is currently charging by USB, as you could see. So it's showing as green color over here. Then you could change the color of this as well. There are quite a lot of options to choose from. Let's go with the blue color. As you could see, it's implemented. or you may also indicate fast charging, change the fast charging color. But as of now I am not a fan of this, so let me turn it off. Then you may adjust the brightness by moving the sliding finger. As you could see over here, the brightness is increasing and decreasing. And next up we have the battery bar setting. Enable battery bar, which we have already done. Then battery icon. So let's customize the battery icon. You might get a super user request, so make sure to tap on grant. So customize the battery icon. There are quite a lot of battery icons to choose from, as you could see. So let's say let me first show you all the icons. So let's now go with this style, and as you could see the changes have been implemented. Or let's go with this one, and for some reason the changes is slightly visible. As you could see, you may increase or decrease the battery width and height as well. Hide the battery percentage if you want, or show it. In my case I always keep it visible. Or you may also move it inside the battery section. Let me remove the USB charging, and then you may customize the margin of it, reverse the layout of the battery as well, and hide the battery percentage if you want, or show it. So currently I made it hidden. Then let's turn it off for now. Then apart from that, you have the status bar icons. If you want, you may hide the Bluetooth icon in the status bar. And let's refresh it. Only this page scope, and you might have to do a restart, and only after a restart. It's a system UI restart that is required for the changes to be implemented. As you could see, the Bluetooth is currently enabled on my phone, but it's not being shown here in the status bar because we have made it hidden. Let me turn it off as well. So you will have to restart the system UI for the changes to be shown. Then let's go with the QoS settings as well. QoS tile setting, you may customize the tiles of the QoS settings as well. So number of QoS tiles as of now you could see is currently 5. So 4 across over here, and columns. So you may change the increase and decrease the QoS tiles. Number of rows and columns, as you could see, is currently 4. Let's do it to 5, and let me increase the brightness first. So as you could see, now there are 5 in each row. Likewise, you may also increase the columns to, let's say, 4, and there are now 4 columns, as you could see. So you may increase and decrease the number of rows and columns as well. Then you may customize the quick setting tiles. You may change the colors of these tiles as well. By default it's white. Let's go with the blue one, and so let's tap on select, and let me see if it's work or not. So as you could see, the enabled ones are now blue in color. Then you may also customize the inactive tile color. By default they are white. The ones which are not active, let's go with the red one. And now let's have a look. So the inactive ones are red and active ones are in the blue color. Likewise, you may also disable the tile color or hide the QoS labels. This will hide the names of the tiles, and it's hiding only some of the names and not all the names, as you could see. So you might have to do a system UI restart to hide all the names. Then you could customize the brightness slider as well. As of now it's set default. Let's go with the accent color, or you may choose a custom color as well. So for instance, let's go with the green one, and as you could see, both the brightness as well as the volumes have changed to dark green in color. Then you may customize the background color of them as well and add a different background color. Let's again choose a custom color, let's say yellow, and as you could see, the background is now yellow and the foreground is now green in color. Then apart from that, you may enable the quick pull down, let's say from the right hand side, so it will expand the entire notification section, as you could see. So let's give it a try once again. First let me increase the length, it might work now. So for some, okay, so let's do a system UI restart, and then let me see if it works or not. So it might take a few seconds, so let's again give it a try. So for some reason the quick pull down isn't working along the expected lines. Let me change the position to left, and now let me see. So it's not expanding For some reason, I don't know. Let's wait for a new update. They might fix it in the next update. Then next up, we have the header image in the QS. So let's add a header image. Let's take, so we have a few stock images as well. Let me choose any one of it. Let me first show you all the images. So as you could see, these are the various stock images which are already there. Let me go with the yellow one and then have a look. So as you could see, the image is implemented. Let me choose one more color, and again the image is now implemented. As you could see, let me increase the brightness. Then apart from that, you may also choose a local image of your own if you want. Add the tint and increase or decrease the opacity of the image. Let's keep it full only. Then you may increase or decrease the fading and increase or hide. Show on landscape mode as well. Then after that, you may add a QS header clock as well. So custom header clock, red one behavior default. So enable custom clock for, let's go with the red color and have a look for the time. Okay, and apart from that, you may add the custom color for date as well and hide the date for the QS clock. In the quick setting, all these changes will only apply on the QS and not on the status bar. As of now, you are seeing in the status bar, and the changes which we will make now will be implemented in the QS. As you could see now, the time color has been changed. So anyways, for example, let me choose it to, let's say, yellow, and as you could see, it's now changed to yellow color. So this is just for the QS styles. Then you have the navigation bar. You may select the gesture navigation and change the padding for the back and home, as well as you may increase or decrease the gesture height as well. Override the back mode for any other commands for both the left and right as well. Let's not interact with this because it's already set accordingly. Then you have the volume button tweaks as well. Then there are a few launchers. So edit the layout of the launcher. You may change the columns and layouts of the launcher as well. Then update preview, and then edit the columns of the app drawer. You may change the number of apps in each drawers, which is there on the home screen. In the recent apps, you may open the app details as well. So if you do a restart of the launcher, so tap here, tap on the menu to restart. So let's restart. So okay, so just doing a restart of the launcher should get the job done. Let's have a look. So as of now, you could also do a long press from the Magisk app and get this job done of restarting to the system UI restart. So as of now, the restart of the scope is not working on this page. You might do a restart from the Magisk app as well. Next up, we have the lock screen tweaks, the lock screen clock. So let's enable a lock screen clock. A custom lock screen clock should be there. So these are the various clocks. So by default, it's showing as white in color, but once you set up the clock, it will show the correct color. Let me show you. For example, if I go with one of these clock, let's select this clock, and as you could see, it's now implemented. Then apart from that, let's go with any other clock style. This is a coding clock, and as you could see, the clock color is being shown here. Then we have some other clock style. Let's choose this one, and it's also well and good. Apart from that, there are quite a lot of clocks to choose from. As you could see, this looks quite nice. Let me have a look at this one as well. So this is also an interesting clock style. Then you may also change the clock font style as well and pick a font of your choice. Use a custom color, but as of now, it's recommended not to change the color because it looks quite nice by default. You may change the text color of the clock style as well. As you could see, these are the various clock style. If you want to change the clock style color, then you may change it from here and change the margin and the landscape of the clocks as well. After that, you have the lock screen weather as well. You have to enable the location permission. So go to the permission tab of this app, go to location and allow while using the app. So now let's get back to the app and update intervals after every 1 hour. Do keep in mind that this will lead to additional battery drainage as well as the network as well. So keep that point in mind, and let me have a look at the weather widget. So then you may enable add a custom color of the weather as well. So these are the various icon packs that you could choose from for the weather widget. These looks quite nice. So as of now, let's go with the, well, it's quite difficult to choose from. Let me go with the visual. And the custom margins, you may increase or decrease the margins of these icon and change a location of the widget as well, where you want the location of the place from where you want the weather. So there are 2 weather apps. As of now, we are using the open weather map. Then last update time, you may change the update time and update the weather and show location, change the unit to metrics or imperial to the Fahrenheit as well. Next up, apart from that, you may remove the fingerprint icon, and as you could see, let me show you, the fingerprint icon is not there, but when you press it, it will show up. Let me show you once again. By default, it will not be there, but as soon as you press in that location, it will be enabled. Or you may also add a custom fingerprint icon. There are quite a lot of icons to choose from, as you could see. So anyway, let me choose this one, and as you could see, the icon is now present there. We may enable the icon from here. Apart from that, you may also choose your own custom icon or hide the power menu in the lock screen. And so let's keep it turned off. Then we have the few sound tweaks as well. You may add the pulse or the audiographic equalizer for navigation bar. So whatever you are playing music, the pulse will be shown in the status bar and the navigation bar as well. It's just that the app should support that feature. Then this is the volume panel position. You may choose it to the right or left. This is the right, and then we could also send it to the left as well. Again, you will have to do a system UI restart for the change to take place. Then you may turn off the volume warning. You might get a warning that listening above 75% will lead to hearing loss. If you want, you may turn off this warning, but that's not recommended. Then you have a few miscellaneous tweaks, such as the hide SOS in power menu. Again, that's not recommended. You may also enable the advanced reboot option, and let me show you the advanced reboot. Let's have a look at that. So just tap on advanced reboot and you get the option to reboot to the recovery, bootloader, safe mode, fast reboot, and restart system UI. So you may enable the restart system UI option, and whenever you implement a tweak, you may do a restart of system UI, and the system UI will be restarted and the changes will take place immediately. And this is the weather widget, as you could see over here at the bottom left of our screen. And after using the system UI restart, you will have to use the pin. The fingerprint will not work, and you may also use an authentication to use the advanced reboot option. Let me show you. If you tap on that, you will then have to use the password. So type in the password, and then only you will be able to use the option of advanced reboot. Up until OnePlus, I guess, Oxygen OS 11, the option of advanced reboot was there in the Oxygen OS, but from the Oxygen OS 12, the option was removed. But now we could once again access these options. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and you may also take a backup of all the customization and save it in any location of your choice, such as downloads, and it has been saved. Then you may simply go to import on your new phone and then choose this file, and it will be imported. And after that, it's recommended to restart the system UI, and changes will take place, and the app will be automatically updated. We'll check for auto update. Then you may also switch to the beta version, but that will have a few bugs. That might have a few bugs, so it's always recommended to stay on the stable version only. And on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and also let us know how do you feel about this mod. Is there any feature which you want to add, or is there something which is missing from this mod? Do let us know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.